Today we are going to discuss hypertext transfer protocol or HTTP. So HTTP is an application protocol used for communication on World Wide Web. So we are at the moment discussing HTTP, which is just the application layer protocol, and this protocol will be using rest of the layers. And HTTP or hypertext transfer protocol is a request response protocol to access the web resources like HTML files. So what happens? This client node sends a request to the web server, and web server responds to that request. So this is a request response protocol, and the client and server exchange hypertext messages to communicate with each other. So for example, what happens if when a user wants to visit a web page, then he opens a browser, for example Internet Explorer, and then the user uses that web browser, and those web browser are actually the client applications. So these are the client applications. User types in any URL or web address, and then this request is sent to the web server, and the web server itself runs as a background service, and when it receives a request from the client, it sends back the whatever has been requested for by the client. And HTTP originally was developed to publish and retrieve HTML pages, but later on this has also been used, or this is being used for distributed and collaborative information systems as well. Now, to be specific, when a user types any URL, this URL actually has three components in it. So for example, I have taken this URL which is there. This URL has three components. The first component, or the first part, is the protocol or scheme. So HTTP is the protocol, and the second part is the name of the server, and the third part is the requested file which is available on that server. So for instance, when the user types this URL, this represents the which protocol will be used, and this is going to represent the server. For example, this is the name of this server, and this is the name of the file which is available on this server. So after the browser gets in this URL, it sends a request to the DNS server, and the DNS server provides an IP address in response to that domain name. And after getting that IP address, the client sends a request, and that request is sent by a message that is called get, get request for file, and that file is available on the web server. So this request along with this IP address will be sent to the server, web server, and web server is running as a background service, and after receiving that request, the web server will respond, and in this response actually it will send HTML code for that page which is requested by the client. So that page is this part, that page is actually this part. After receiving at this server node, now this server node is going to provide the HTML code for this page. Now this page is sent back to the client, and the client, when it receives the HTML code, then it displays the web page with the help of HTML code on the browser, and we can see something like this on our in our browser. And now some of the characteristics are some of the more components of HTTP protocol. HTTP is a request response protocol. It means, we just discussed, it sends a request, and in response it gets something from the server. So what happens? It defines message types. So for the request and the response, the HTTP protocol provides some of the message types, and some of the message types are used by the client nodes to send requests. So some of the messages by the clients, so this is the message by the client to request something. So this is sent as a request to the server machine, and some of the messages are defined for the server to respond to the client. It means some of the message for the client to send request and some of the message back from the server as a response to the client. And in addition to that, the most widely used message types which have been defined in HTTP protocols are, first one is GET. So GET protocol is used by the client to request a page. For example, GET is a message which is used by the client node to get something from the server. And the second message is used to upload data on a server. So second message is POST, and this POST message indicates that this POST message is used by the client to upload some data on the server machine. And the third is PUT. So the PUT message is also used to upload the data on the server. So these are some of the messages defined by HTTP protocol. And then some of the characteristics of HTTP. The very first characteristics of HTTP is that HTTP is a stateless protocol. Stateless protocol means after receiving the request from the client, the server is not going to save any state or session information. It means whatever the state is of the session, that is not saved by the server. So they don't save any state about the exchange of information. And the second characteristic is that HTTP mostly use TCP protocol at the transport layer, and this TCP is a connection oriented protocol. And third characteristic is that HTTP sends message in plain text, and those messages can be interpreted or can be understood by any users, and so this is not secure. And the final, HTTPS is the secure protocol as it uses authentication and encryption. So HTTP is unsecure, but HTTPS is a secure protocol, and we will discuss about HTTPS in some of our future video. And this is the end for today. Thank you very much for your time.